Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Invin. Today I am going to be sharing with you guys how to actually rank up in Cold War League play. If you do go on to enjoy this video, make sure you smack the like button down below as it really does help me and the video out tremendously. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you drop a subscribe. We upload daily gaming content and it would be great to have you here as well. So let's jump into today's video. First things first, there are actually 3 factors that affect you getting ranked up in Cold War League play. And these are your SPM or score per minute. So this is how much score you get in a match divided by how long the match lasts. So essentially if a match is 10 minutes and you get 10,000 score, that would be 1,000 score per minute. Now, the aim of this is to get this as high as possible, and the best way to do this is through kill streaks. Now, we will go into more depth on this in just a moment, but this is just going to cover everything that you need to get ranked up. The second factor that it takes into account is your KD. So this is your kill to death ratio, how many kills you get versus how many deaths you get. Now, again, the higher this is, the higher possibility you have of getting ranked up in Cold War League play. And the third thing that overrides all of the other features is your win-loss ratio. So the more wins you get, the better chance you have of ranking up. Now this one's really important because it means that you're not only playing well solo, but you're playing well as a team. Now this can be hard in obviously random queues, however it does take into account KD and SPM above win-loss ratios, so this does make a big difference still, but not quite as much as the other two. Now, like I mentioned earlier, one of the fastest ways to improve your score per minute is actually to go on kill streaks. Once you get past the 4 kills, which are 50 points each, you then go on to a bloodthirsty, which is 5 kills. And once you get past that, you're getting 250 per kill, 350 per kill, all the way up to 400 points per kill when you're on 8 to 9 kill streaks. So if you can get a 10 plus at least once per game in these league play matches, which is actually really quite difficult, then you're going to be able to get a lot of score per minute. Now, the other way is obviously playing the objective and getting as many kills as you can, especially on control. Capturing those first 2 partial capture points is 250 score per minute each, which is really, really good. So 500 total, 600 total if you cap the entire thing, and obviously you can get the round over pretty quickly once you've done that, so it's very, very useful. But what you should be aiming to do is try and go on a few kill streaks per game if you can, and that better you get and the more awareness you get at the game, you'll be able to tell how to do this the best per game and try and get yourself on at least maybe a 5 or 6 streak per game just to boost that SPM up, and that's going to get you ranked up the quickest way. As well as these literal factors that affect how quickly you will get ranked up in Cold War, there is also some other factors which I'm going to discuss with you guys about how you can actually improve your gameplay. Now, a lot of people will tell you that there's several ways of doing this and that one of them is skill, blah, 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 blah. But what I'm going to tell you is things that will actually work, that will get you to improve the quickest when you're playing in Cold War League play. Now, the first thing here is understanding of the game. It's learning the recoil patterns of the guns, which gun is best for each situation, and how to use best the gun that you are currently running. For example, if you're running an AR, it is probably better to sit further back and play for picks, and then hop onto the objective once you've got those kills and hold it down and stop the enemies pushing in. Whereas if you're playing that SMG role, that objective play point, what you're wanting to do is rush onto the objective, make sure you're getting the kills quickly so that the ARs can push up and get that map control for you, and you're going to be aiming to either push them into the spawn if you're going for Slayer, or sitting on the objective slaying them as they're coming in if you're playing the objective role. So it's just getting that understanding of how the game works, and on top of this, it's understanding of the game modes. So each of the game modes we have a control, hardpoint, and S&D. Fairly self-explanatory on what S&D is, but control and hardpoint, if you haven't played them before, can be a little bit more difficult. You will be able to find a guide on my channel for each of these game modes for any newer players watching this, but for the more experienced players, you will already know how these game modes work. So the best thing you can do is use the understanding of the maps and the game modes to help your team win these games. Now, obviously, that will affect your win-loss and KD because you'll be able to position yourself better, be able to know the rotations of hardpoints ahead of time, etc. But another huge factor that influences how well you perform in a Call of Duty League play game is your confidence. Now, this means confidence when challenging a gunfight, confidence when knowing where to rotate, confidence in spawn positions. Oh no, okay, yeah, maybe in Cold War, confidence in spawn positions can be flustered slightly by the fact that the game can be quite random, but overall what you should be aiming to do is have a confident challenge to pretty much every gunfight that you take in league play. Now, sometimes you might not think you're in the best position, you might know that you're not in the best position, but having confidence in the fact that you've got a good aim, or you've got a better play style, you've got better play time, whatever it is than the enemy, puts you in the mindset to win that gunfight whether you're in the better position or not, and sometimes that will win you the game. Some of the clips you will see on the screen throughout this video will be me just confidently, what you call ego challenge a lot of positions and actually getting the kill because people don't expect you to do it, or people think there's no way he's winning this and try to get overzealous with their shots themselves, which actually gives you the win. So this is a really, really good thing to do. Now, another really good thing to do is make sure that your awareness is on top. This is a key factor to making you win more games. If you're aware of your minimap, you're aware of your surroundings, you're aware of roughly where the spawn should be, you know where the enemy should be coming from, particularly if it's control. This is very, very easy. Same with S and D, at least at the start of the round. But as long as you're picking up, even if the teammates aren't communicating with you, at least you've got some visuals on where they've died on the minimap or on the map when you see the emblem where they died. Just make sure you're keeping aware of tabs of where the enemies roughly are, so that gives you a better position. Now, communication is obviously hugely important. There's a ping system in Cold War, but if you have got a mic and your teammates also have a mic, this is really, really going to help you and make you be able to get a lot of kills and a lot of objectives a lot quicker. So that's great if you have. If not, try to ping. And this leads nicely onto my next point. You need to be able to be good at both team play and solo play. Now, a lot of players will emphasize the issue with team play and making sure that you know how to operate as a team, push an objective together. One person plays one role while another plays the other. But actually, a really important factor for league play for most of us, if you're anything like me, a lot of your games will be in solo queue as well as with teams. So I play 50% of the time with teammates and 50% of the time in solo queue, and most players are very, very similar to this. When your friends aren't on and you just want to hop on and try and improve your skills, this is when your solo gameplay comes in clutch. And it's also really important, particularly for modes like S&D, where you might be on your own, even if you have got teammates up. Solo play is something that you really need to improve. So these tougher games where your team really are not the best, what you should do in this time is take the opportunity to learn how to play solo. Get a kill streak going while you're solo. Maybe ignore the objective a little bit and just work out how to get the kills around it. Or, alternatively, push the objective on your own and work out how to ping those enemies off the objective, hoping that your team can pick up some kills. Now, this might not be the easiest, but just improving some of your skills in these games is really going to increase your solo capability and make you an overall better player for those team fights as well as when you're playing solo queue. And finally, last but not least, this is probably the most important point on how you can improve your Cold War League play gameplay, and that is keeping composure. We all get annoyed when we die in Cold War League play, or in any game, to be honest, but one of the main things that will be the downfall of your gameplay is getting irritated and letting it affect your judgment in the game. If you manage to be able to keep composure whilst you're playing Cold War, you are going to see the kills skyrocket, you're going to see your score skyrocket, your KD, your win-loss, everything, because you're going to be in a position where you're going to aim better, you're going to think better, and you're going to make those logical solutions and adjustments to your thinking that will get you the win quicker. Now, a lot of players get ragey and start holding W or holding forward on the analog stick, running in, jumping in, and not understanding why they're on a death streak. Whereas what pro players and players that are content creators that have to keep composure when they're on stream or in a professional setting, they play smart and they play calculated the whole time, which means even if they go on an accidental death streak or they're just getting clapped by the enemy team because they're holding them down in the position, you can still come back from it very, very easily, as they don't let that affect their judgment and play style. Keep calculated and keep critical, and that way you can get the kills, reimburse your team with the points that you've lost, get yourself some kills on the board, which makes it a lot better, and just focus on getting your gameplay up. If you're not feeling it in that game, don't worry about it. Just hold down your mindset. Make sure that you keep in the right position in your mind that is going to get you the most kills. Keep your composure, focus on aiming, focus on positioning, and just keep playing how you normally would, and you will see in turn that this will get better and better and better as the games go on, and you will end up winning more games with this playstyle. Now, hopefully this video has helped you out. It's explained, hopefully, enough about the system so you know what you should be doing to rank up in League Play. If you do want any more League Play guides, there is a ton on my channel, so go ahead and click on my channel page, look through my videos, and just have a look if there's any that you want to know about. We've done the game modes, we've done the call-outs, we've done different map guides, we've done different game mode guides, we've done pretty much everything on the game, we've done classes for guns, all that kind of stuff. So if there's anything particularly that you are struggling with, make sure you go ahead and have a look at those. Other than that, that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If you found it useful, make sure you drop a like and drop me a comment letting me know what rank you are and what advice you would like to see more specifically in future videos. Other than that, if you are new, make sure you do drop a subscribe to the channel. We're pushing for 1.5k subscribers, so it'd be great to have you on board. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and peace.